Hey guys, what is up? It's your Beast here. Welcome back to some more Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle stuff. Now, I am finally back after this terrible week that I had. I mean, school has been absolutely terrible for me lately. I've had a lot of stuff that I had to do, a lot of projects, a lot of tests, and I really want to do well, so I've been working a lot with that. So I'm really thankful for you guys, because you guys have been really patient, really nice, and really mature, because I'd expect a lot more hate from you guys, because I've been taking a lot of breaks lately, but still, I mean, you guys are really nice and really patient, so I really do appreciate that. Now, I've actually got a double header right here. I've got 2 battles in one video, which is pretty nice. I just wanted to give myself a head start because I haven't uploaded in a while, so yeah, second of all, this first match right here wasn't too close at all, so I just wanted to slap a second one in there just so you guys have something more to watch, because I'll probably speed this first battle up quite a lot just so you guys don't get too bored of it, because it wasn't the best game, to be honest, but since I upload all my games, I'm gonna have to do it, right? So this first match right here is against a guy from Smogama by the name of I can't even say it, God. Okay, I'm kind of rusty, I'm gonna have to get used to this again, but this first game right here is against a guy from Smogama by the name of Exclamation. And I'm using the same anti-weather team again, not realizing how incredibly fighting weak this team is. I mean, I think I've changed that up now, because I had this battle like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think I changed it up now. And the main threat obviously is gonna be his fighting type, that being his Balloon, because I mean, if it can get up like 1 or 2 Swords Dances, then I'm pretty much fucked, because my Azelf does not have any Psychic type moves that can hurt his Balloon, so I'm gonna have to use my Arcanine instead. That's the only solid counter that I have on my team that can handle his Balloon. And also do have an Abomasnow, but since he's most likely got more speed than me, I cannot use my Abomasnow against his Balloon. So, to be honest, the rest of his pokes really don't look too threatening at all. I mean, he's got a Scissor, which I can easily handle with my Spirit, or not my Spiritomb, but my Magneton, and his Runawash, which I can easily handle with stuff like Slacking, or my Abomasnow, and his Latias I can handle with my Spiritomb, and his Rachi I can handle with my Magneton, Arcanine, or my Slacking, and his Donphan I can easily just deal with, because I got a lot of Hidden Power Ice and Ice type moves on my Abomasnow. I mean, I've got my Arcanine with Hidden Power Ice, and my Spiritomb with Hidden Power Ice as well. I mean, I know that's a little bit weird, but it actually works from time to time. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and start the battle, shall we? So, since this first battle right here is one-sided to the max, and since the intro has been going on for like 3 minutes, I decided I'm just gonna speed the battle up to max, just so you guys don't get too bored of it, because you guys probably don't even have time to watch this battle in slow motion anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and speed up the battle, shall we?
So, my opponent is going to lead off with his Donphan, as I am going to lead off with my Azelf, and I go for the taunt the first turn, predicting the Stealth Rocks, but unfortunately, he is going to go ahead and send in his Latias, but that's still alright, because I can just go ahead and send my Spiritomb, try to lock it in there with the Pursuit, and I take the Dragon Pulse like a boss, and he tries to switch out of there, but it doesn't work out, because I hit him in the face with the Pursuit, and the Pursuit does a lot of damage, but unfortunately, he is going to live with -1 HP, and that really sucks, because I do not have my Stealth Rocks up, and that way, he can easily send it in without even worrying about it. So, his Donphan is going to set up the rocks, as my Spiritomb is going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, but it still does less than half, but at least it breaks the sturdy. So, I send in my Azelf and go for the Reflect, as my opponent is going to send in his Scissor and go for the U-turn, and even though Azelf has shitty-ass defenses, it still takes it with 31 HP, because I set up the Reflect. So now he is going to send in his Latias, and I did not want him to go for the Recover, so that's why I go for the Taunt. So now he is going to switch out into his Scissor, and I proceed to go for the Stealth Rocks, and then he takes me up with the Bullet Punch, and he falls right into my trap, and I send in my Magneton, and I lock him in with the Magnet Pull. So I go for the Hidden Power Fire and take it out of there. So now he is going to send in his Runawash, and I am going to switch out into my Abomasnow, and he obviously does not want to take a hit from my Abomasnow, so that's why he is going to send in his Balloon. And I make a bad play by switching back out into my Spiritomb as he sends in his Balloon, and he is going to go for the Spore and put my Spiritomb to sleep. What I should have done is I should have went for the Ice Shard with Abomasnow. That way I could have possibly prevented him from sweeping my team with his Balloon. He puts my Spiritomb to sleep, so at this point I am pretty much fucked, because he can set up any time. So I switch out into my Arcanine as he goes for the Swords Dance. What I did not know was that he had the Fighting Gem, which boosts his fighting moves for a turn. So he goes for the Mach Punch and takes my Arcanine out. So I am pretty much fucked at this point. So I sped this part up to Ultra so you guys wouldn't get too bored of this, because this part right here is not really too interesting. I just get owned by the Balloon.
So you guys probably just witnessed the fastest and shortest narration ever for a battle. I mean, the actual battle itself was shorter than the actual introduction itself, so I have no clue why that happened, to be honest, because, you know, those introductions are usually like a minute or 2 long, but I think this time it was like 3 minutes long or something, I don't know. But Anyways, the second match right here is against a guy from Smogon by the name of Bellius. And it is an end-of-tier battle, as you can see on the team preview. And I just brought this team in there just to practice, really, because I'm actually in this tournament hosted by Mega Caldio and Arcina. And at the time I had this battle, I was pretty rusty to end use, so I just had to practice a lot of stuff because I hadn't played it in a while. And this team right here, it's not really meant to dominate in every single battle. It's more of a practice team, like I said. So I'm looking at this guy's team and I notice right away he's got 2 psychic types. So I'm gonna have to save up my dark and ghost type on my team, that being my Skuntank and Haunter, because without those things I'm probably not gonna be able to take down his Grumpig and his Baltoy. Now his Pikachu, it's not a big threat at all. I mean, I have my Regirock and my Choice Scarf Sock, which can take care of it, and his Pelipper. I can just set up my rocks and hopefully keep them up there, and hopefully I can hopefully keep my Haunter alive as well, just so I can block his Rapid Spins from his Baltoy. And his Rapidash, that's not a big problem either. I mean, I've got my Choice Scarf Sock and my Choice Scarf Regirock, or not Choice Scarf Regirock. What am I saying? God, I'm stupid. It's my bulky Regirock, which can easily wall it, so it shouldn't be a problem dealing with his Rapidash. And his Superior, I can just handle with my poison types. I've actually got 3 poison types on my team. I just realized that. I should probably change it up, but I mean, that means that this team right here is pretty Psychic type weak, so I should probably... Actually, I just realized I've got 3 pokes on my team weak to Psychic, so I should probably just change that if I'm going to use anything similar to this team in the future. So yeah, good thing this guy only had, well, actually, yeah, whatever. This guy had 2 Psychic types, but I still was able to handle him, kind of spoiler, but I was still able to handle him pretty easily in this battle. So yeah, Superior, I've got quite a lot of poison types and flying types on my team. Got my Swallow, so I can just Brave Bird everything on this team with it, so yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and start the battle, shall we? So my opponent is gonna go and lead off with his Grumpig, as I'm gonna lead off with my Gardevoir, and this is obviously a really, really bad matchup because of the type advantage. I'm sorry, did I say Gardevoir before? I meant Garbodor. I mean, those 2 names are just so incredibly similar. I mean, I just cannot differentiate between them. That's just an issue that I have with myself. So I'm gonna go and send a Skuntank, try to take that Psychic, and I'll lock him in there with the Pursuit. And this kind of surprised me right there. I actually end up 1-KOing it with the Pursuit, which was pretty incredible. But that tells me that he's most likely not got that much of defensive investment on his Grumpig, because I mean, he would have most likely been able to take it if he was defensive, but again, Grumpig doesn't have the best base defense in the world, so I'm not quite sure, but I'm assuming that it does not have any defensive bulk at this point. So I'm gonna go and send in Garbodor again, and I realized he's got quite a lot of flying types and levitators on his team, so I decided I'm not gonna bother setting up these spikes because I figured it's pretty unnecessary. And the Gunk Shot actually does a pretty decent chunk to his Pelipper too, so gonna go for the second Gunk Shot. I happened to hit 2 times in a row, which is uncommon, but gonna hit his Baltoy, and then I go for the Seed Bomb, and it does quite a lot actually. It almost takes it out of there, and that's pretty great because then I can easily revenge kill it with something else later on to get to take me out of there with the overpower, which I'm completely fine with that because I can just go ahead and set in Skuntank. I know I can outspeed and just hit him in the face with the Pursuit in case he wants to switch out of there, but he's not going to want to do that, and I just hit him in the face with the Pursuit, and he's done. So I get some life orb damage, and he's going to go ahead and set in his Pelipper again, and I'm not really that much invested in special attack, but look at this Sludge Bomb damage right there. Holy crap, that was incredible. I mean, this thing doesn't really have the best special attack. It does have some pretty decent special attack stats though, but I really did not expect to do that much right there, and that clearly indicates that he's really not got the best special defense in the world either. So I get a Poison Off with the second Sludge Bomb. I guess that's kind of lucky, but again, it's got 30% poison. It's got a 30% chance of poisoning, so you gotta expect it sometimes. So he's gonna go ahead and go for the Scald. It's not gonna burn me, unfortunately for him, and then I just hit him in the face with the Pursuit, and he's done. So I managed to take down 2 pokes with the Skuntank right here, which is pretty amazing. So he's gonna go ahead and set on his Pikachu. I tried to go for the Sucker Punch, but unfortunately, since Extreme Speed has a higher priority in Gen 5, then he will easily be able to take me out of that. And the one thing that I actually learned in this battle Pikachu can actually learn extreme speed. I think it's through some sort of event. I'm not quite sure, but I learned in this battle that it can actually learn extreme speed. So that's pretty useful to know. And I'm gonna go ahead and set in this thing again. Actually, this is the first time I'm gonna set it in, so I'm not quite sure why I said again. But set up the Stealth Rocks, and he's gonna set in this Superior, and this is obviously a really bad matchup for my Regirock. And he just goes for the sub, has to switch out into my Haunter, and this is really scary because that makes me think he is probably some sort of sub Calm Mind set, and turns out he is. And I just try to go for a Sludge Bomb. I just wanted to do anything to break the sub, really, because Substitute Calm Mind usually means trouble, so I'm gonna have to break that sub really fast. But fortunately for me, he really doesn't have that many effective moves against me. I mean, he's got Hidden Power Ice and probably some other grass move that's really not gonna affect me that much. But again, he could have went for a Giga Drain because it's stab and stuff, but I'm not quite sure how much of a difference that would have been if it would have went for that, though. But I go for the Sludge Bomb. It does quite a lot considering his +1, and I believe Superior does have pretty decent special defense as well. But I get another lucky poison right there. That was a little bit lucky, I'll admit that right away. But he's gonna go ahead and set on his Rapidash, just take him out of there with the Flare Blitz, and my Haunter is done. Since I set up the late Stealth Rocks, you know, it gets quite a lot of damage from that, and that's gonna be pretty beneficial as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and send a Sock, and I'm just gonna go ahead and hit him in the face with the Earthquake, and I believe that his last Pokemon is his Pikachu, but since I do have the Sturdy ability, I will easily be able to take it in ahead. Plus, I'm Choice Scarf, so I should be able to outspeed it, no problem. So, goes for the extreme speed. It's gonna do quite a lot of damage to me. Actually, look at this. This is a little bit less than half, but still that's pretty impressive damage considering it's unstabbed. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Earthquake and take him out of there. So that was a good game, Bellius. Hope you guys enjoyed this doubleheader. Leave a like rating if you did, and I will see you guys later. Peace.